When looking at the large data, it seems that this group of students is not that far off from the state average on state testing. This is a good sign, though we need to look a bit deeper to determine what we can really do to target the skills needed for improvement. After we looked at some of the more detailed data, we were able to identify some patterns that can guide us in our planning. When reviewing the pre and post test, it can be seen that overall, students showed an average of 8% growth. And when the data is classified by gender, the numbers are even closer, showing growth of 7 and 8%. This indicates that there is no discernible difference between performance by gender. A further breakdown by class shows that the average growth within the class is 4 percentage points, and this indicates that the classes are well balanced in terms of ability. But between the pre-test and the post-test, Class D showed the greatest amount of improvement at 10%, while Class B only showed 4% growth. Now this is a significant and prominent difference that needs to be addressed. So we ask ourselves, what is Class D doing to improve performance? The greatest discrepancy appears when comparing the classroom assessment results to that of the state assessment. On the in-class post-test, there were no students who scored below basic. However, on the state assessment, 14% scored below basic. On the in-class post-test, only 12.5% scored basic, while 18% scored basic on the state assessment. This number is much closer. On the in-class post-test, however, 54% scored proficient, while only 21% scored proficient on the state assessment. And then when looking at the scores for advanced, 33% scored advanced on the post-test, while 47% scored advanced on the state assessment. Now this is also a significant discrepancy that needs to be further evaluated. It makes us ask a few questions. First, why are students scoring below basic on the state exam but not on the post-test? Second, we have to ask, why are so many proficient on the post-test but not on the state assessment? Both of these lead us to the overall question of, are the pre-tests and the post-tests truly representative of the skills on the state assessment? The final data point that we reviewed was comparing comprehension scores and fluency scores. Now it can be seen that 17 out of the 72 participants had more than a 10% gap between these two, and only 13 of the 72 have comprehension and fluency that are equal or within 2%. So of all the data that we reviewed, it seems that this may be the most significant trend we need to analyze. It's prominent because we know there is a direct correlation between fluency and comprehension. So we have to ask ourselves, how can we close that gap between comprehension and fluency?
That's all, folks.